F is continuous on
A, comma,
B,
F is increasing,
F is increasing,
then range is f of a, comma, f of b.
I've shown the graph. F is continuous on closed A, comma B.
F is
F is decreasing.
Range is f of b, comma, f of b.
Is f of b, f of a. Am I correct? Third one, Balaji.
F is continuous on a, comma, b.
Continuous on closed A, comma B.
F is
F of A and F of B are of opposite signs, correct?
Yes, sir. There exists one a minimum one value of alpha such that
at least one alpha belonging to open A, comma B such that
f of alpha is equal to 0.
And finally, if F is continuous on closed A, comma B, then F takes every value between
A and B.
F of A and F of B at least once. Pay attention, pay attention. Do not write. Listen here. Do not write. Listen here. देख रहे हो?
Yes, sir.
The function is increasing. This is f of a. Sorry, this is a. This is b. What is this?
F of
a. What is this? F of b. F takes every value between f of a and f of b at least once. Let there be some k. Correspondingly, do we have a C1?
Yes, sir.
Look here. Let this be A. Let this be B. What is this called? Bolo ji? F of A. What is this called? F of B. You have a K1. This K1 is attained how many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. C1, C2, C3, C4, C5. What is f of C1? f of C2, f of C3, and so on. Similarly, you look at K2. K2 is attained how many times? 1, 2, 3. I will call them as f of C6, f of C7, f of C8. Agreed? Here, this K is attained once. I said at least once, at least once. What do you mean by at least once? Minimum is 1. Here, how many times K1 is attained? 5
Five
times.
times.
How many times K2 is attained?
3 times.
How about this? Take a fresh page, take a fresh page and write differentiability.
Sir, 1 minute. Sir, please 1 minute.
I'll wait 2 minutes. Don't worry. अपना जहीरुद्दीन अदनान आज भी नहीं है. अदनान शादी से वापस आ गए.
नहीं सर, शादी में नहीं गए थे.
मैं सुना था कि सम्मान में शादी में लेके जाके घुमा दिया आपको.
नहीं सर, नहीं लेके गए उन्होंने.
नो वैसी चा Narayana, Chaitanya, Fiji, Resonance, all of them have their top batches. They all junior, senior. They all started their offline classes. Some of them opened hostels also. They all started online बंद कर दिए वो लोग. They started offline classes.
सर हम करते सर.
I am not the right person to answer that question.
और ये उसका अकीदा है कि अल्लाह पाक इसीलिए में नवाज रहे, उसका अकीदा है। तो पढ़े बताए वो करता नहीं है वैसे।
हो गया सर. हो गया. थैंक यू सर.
Take a fresh page, put the heading differentiability. LCD का last limits continuity differentiability. मेंस में इसके ऊपर बहुत क्वेश्चंस पूछ रहा है. There are two in this. Differentiation means methods. The differentiation means methods. How to differentiate a function. Differentiability means we will be checking whether the function is eligible for differentiation or not. Differentiability. Look here. When is limit extending to a f of x is equal to L, a minus f of x is equal to. Agreed?
Agreed, sir.
What was this called?
Left hand.
What was this called? Limit extending to a f of x is equal to f of a. What is this? What was this? Left continuous at x is equal to a. What was this called? Right continuous at x is equal to a. Similarly, a function, let y is equal to f of x be a function. It is said to be differentiable or derivable at x is equal to a if limit extending to a f of x minus f of a by x minus a exists. A function is said to be differentiable or derivable at x is equal to a if limit extending to a f of x minus f of a by x minus a exists. It is denoted by d by dx of f of x at x is equal to a. D by dx of f of x. What does this slash at x is equal to a stands for? D by dx of f of x being evaluated at x is equal to a. This is called f dash of x at x is equal to a. This is called f dash of a. That is, bachalo, what is f dash of a is equals to limit extending to a minus f of x minus f of a by x minus a. Now you can clearly see this is existence of limit. This is existence of limit. This is continuity. This is for differentiation. This is implies and implied by. यहाँ पर भी implies and implied by. Tell me what will be this? बोलो a minus f of x minus f of a by x minus a f dash a. बोलो
limit extends to a plus f of x minus f of a by x minus a.
If only left wala happens, the function is said to be
Left differentiable.
left hand derivative you say. This is called LHD, left hand derivative. This is called
Right hand derivative.
right hand derivative at x is equal to a. Pay attention, man. This is denoted by f dash of a minus. This is denoted by
Dash
f
of a.
dash of a plus. Once again, I repeat. What do you mean by function differentiable? If limit extending to a f of x minus f of a by x minus a exists. Copy this. Any doubts? Any questions, man? I'm waiting here. There's
Yes, sir.
nothing to ask. I'll tell you. What do you mean by this? I will explain you next. What do you mean by this? इसको देखे कहीं पर भी ये f of x minus f of a by x minus a कुछ दिख रहा?
No, sir.
Is it not slope formula?
Yes, sir.
Is it not slope formula?
It is, sir.
y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1.
Sir, 1 minute.
Take 2 minutes.
Sir, one doubt, sir. Sir, in this f dash a, no, sir, that is f dash a is equal to limit of x tends to a minus or simply a, sir.
No. This is a that follows.
Okay, sir. Clear, sir. Thank you.
Finished, man?
Yes, sir. Complete.
Sir, last one, can you please don't drop the last. Thank you. Completed, sir. Thank you, sir.
A function y is equal to f of x is said to be differentiable or derivable if limit x goes to 0 f of x plus h. This will explain what I was trying to tell you. If f of x plus h minus f of x by h exists. Here also, we said if limit x tends to a, f of x minus f of a by x minus a exists. What was the statement earlier? Or what I'm trying to say is this limit should exist finitely. Limit exists or not, it should be a finite real number. It should not go to infinity. Then only we say differentiable. Come back. A function y is equal to f of x is said to be differentiable or derivable if limit if f of x plus h by h exists. What do you mean by this? That is dy by dx is equal to f dash of x is equal to limit as h goes to 0 f of x plus h minus f of x by h, that is limit h goes to 0 f of x plus h minus f of x by, how do I write h?
f of x plus x minus x minus x.
इसमें put x is equal to a. Now pay attention. You can clearly see this. I have a function. I choose a point. X plus h will be on the right. When x is here, where will be x plus h? To the right. What's the corresponding point here?
F of x.
X comma f of x. Corresponding point here.
Plus
X comma f of join them. What do you mean by f of x plus h minus f of x by, this is x plus h, by x plus h minus x? What do you mean by this? In what form is this?
no.
y2 minus y1
y2
x2
minus
minus
y1 by x2 minus x.
What does y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1 stands for?
Slope.
slope.
Slope you draw for a tangent. That means what I'm trying to educate you here is y is equal to sin x. What is your dy by dx, man?
Cos x.
Dy by dx cos x. What is dy by dx at x is equal to pi by 2? Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
At x is equal to pi by 2, what is y value?
1.
So what is the point on the graph? What do you mean by this now? On y is equal to sin x, comma, at the point, what point? Pi by 2, comma 1. If a tangent is drawn, उस tangent का slope is
0.
ठीक है, दिख रहा है. What is this curve? ऐसा जाता y is equal to sin x समझो. What is this point?
Pi by
What's the point here?
1.
Pi by 2 comma 1. How is the tangent drawn? What is this point?
Pi by 2 comma 1.
What do you mean by slope 0? Tangent is parallel to. Tangent is parallel to
x-axis.
x-axis. Copy this. Any doubts? Any questions?
No.
Any doubts? Any questions? Come on.
Yes.
Done.
So 1 minute.
1 minute. 1 minute, sir.
Coming up A very, very important point. This is useful left, right, and center. A very important point. Shall I?
Yes, sir. Completed.
Whole class, please look at your screens. बहुत ही important point है. बहुत ही important point है. Pay attention. Differentiability. इसका मतलब क्या है? इसका मतलब क्या है? What does this means? इसका मतलब क्या है? इसका मतलब क्या है? This means differentiability of a function at a point GURAN guarantees स्पेलिंग कुछ गलत है लिख लो guarantees its continuity
At that point.
at that point. But converse
It's not.
is not. What am I trying to say? What do you mean by converse not true? That is, what do you mean by converse not true? Continuity.
Continuity of a function at a point does not guarantee.
Not guarantee. GURANT.
It's different.
Correct?
Yes, sir.
Does not guarantee differentiability.
Differentiability at that point.
Say, why is this so? Differentiability implies continuity. Let y is equal to f of x be a function. At x is equal to a, look at limit extending to a, f of x minus f of a. I'll write this as limit extending to a, f of x minus f of a by x minus a into x minus a. Am I correct? Can I write this way?
Yes, sir.
I multiplied and divided by x minus a. What will I get? Limit extending to a, f of x minus f of a by x minus a into limit extending to a x minus a. What is limit extending to a? F of x minus f of a by x minus a called
d by
f
dx.
dash of a into what is the limit extending to a x minus a? A minus a. So what is it becomes? F dash of a into 0. So limit extending to a f of x minus f of a is equal to 0. Send that f of a the other side implies limit extending to a f of x is equal to f of a implies what? Function is
Continuous.
continuous that
X,
x is equal.
x is equal.
So what I proved? Differentiability at a point guarantees continuity of the function at that point. Come on,
Sir, one doubt.
follow.
Sir, in the last limit extending to f of x minus f of a is equal to 0. Sir, how can you send only f of a? Limit is for both, no? F of x and f of a.
इसमें इसमें ये तो x थोड़ी है. Limit is applied on x.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So this limit has effect only on f of x. This limit will not have effect on f of a.
Clear, sir.
आज अबरार नहीं है क्लास में, अबरार का आवाज सुनाने देना।
Yes, sir.
मैं सोचा अबरार घूम गया आज।
Excuse me, sir, one doubt.
बोलो अदनान, बोलो।
Sir, as a limit of f of x where x goes to a is equals to f of a, we are saying function is continuous at x is equals to a. But
और
how are you saying it is differentiable?
डिफरेंशियबिलिटी अज्यूम कर लिए तो कंटिन्यूटी क्या है, दैट इज व्हाट यू आर प्रूविंग। नो,
Okay, sir, okay.
you are assuming differentiability and you are trying to prove continuity, and that's what I proved here.
Okay, sir, understood.
Can you clear this off?
Yes, sir. Complete.
To prove the converse, that is assuming continuity, you have to check for differentiability. We are not proving the statement, we are disproving it. So we should argue by means of an example. Say, what am I trying to say here? What am I trying to say here? Look at f of x is equal to mod x at x is equal to 0. Check for its differentiability at x is equal to 0, since f of x is equal to mod x is continuous at x is equal to 0. Am I correct? Is the function continuous at x is equal to 0? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Graph drawing, no hand lifting. What is f dash of a definition? Limit x goes to a, f of x minus f of a by x minus a. Your a here is 0. A here is 0. F of x is mod x. F of a is mod 0. What is this? Limit x goes to 0, mod x by x. We all know what is the left hand limit here? Minus 1. Right hand limit here? Plus 1. In fact, limit extending to 0 mod x by x does not exist. Left hand limit is minus 1. Right hand limit is plus 1. Therefore, f of x is equal to mod x is continuous at x is equal to 0, but not differentiable at x is equal to 0. Why? Because sharp-edged points will always act as points of non-differentiability. When you are able to draw a tangent, how you should draw? You should draw a unique tangent. At all these points on the circle, you are able to draw unique tangent. But tangent means touching the curve only at one point. This particular time, later it will change. That we'll see later. Look here. Look at this. Can you draw more than one line passing through origin?
Yes, sir.
Can you say unique tangent is drawn?
No.
No. Therefore, moral of the story. All, pay attention, man. All sharp-edged points, H-H-A-R-P, sharp-edged points will act as
Points of
points of
non-differentiability.
non-differentiability. In fact, such a points in geometry are called kink points. Such points are called K-I-N-K, kink points. Look here. Y is equal to mod sin x. X belongs to 0 to 5 pi open interval. Mod sin x. Number of points of non-differentiability are dash. That's the reason why we studied 2 days on one Friday and Saturday, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, during functions. We had spent 2 entire classes on curve sketching because it is useful in differentiation. How is sin x graph?
From 0 curve.
Correct है?
Yes, sir.
ये किसका कर्व है? Y is equal
Y is equal to sin x.
How is y equal to mod sin x?
All curve below x axis come up.
Down curve.
The below portion will go above. How will be mod sin x? Pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, 4 pi, 5 pi. Is it open interval or closed interval? Open interval. So endpoints लेना है नहीं लेना है? नहीं लेना है. Where you all are having sharp edge. 1, 2, 3, 4. So number of points of non-differentiability. How many are there? 4 points of non-differentiability. Any doubts? Any questions? Y is equal to mod x at x is equal to 0 will act as point of non-differentiability because you cannot draw a unique tangent. You can draw more than one line passing through origin and touching the curve. Hence, that point will act as point of non-differentiability. Where all it happens, look at this sharp edge. ऐसा एक line, ऐसा एक line, ऐसा एक line, ऐसा एक line. How many lines you can draw passing to the sharp edge, touching the curve at only one point? Infinitely many, infinitely many. Hence, those sharp edged points will always act as points of non-differentiability for a function. What are such points called? Calculus में kink points, K-I-N-K. Come on, up with us. Gunman.
1 minute.
Sir,
बोलो.
sir, can you please redefine, sir, sharp edge points means?
हाँ?
Sir, can you please re-explain sharp edge points means?
At sharpest point, you should draw on your own and see, man. You draw a curve. Draw करे. उत्तर प्रदेश है ना?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Draw sharpest points.
सर मतलब पूछ रहा सर, एक बार फिर से बता दीजिए.
Sharpest points. You draw a curve on your own.
कर दिया सर.
You draw a sharpest point. Draw करो. You draw on your own and you can see it. Can you draw a unique tangent passing through that point for the curve?
Sir, can you please, you can, sir, on the left board.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Clear, man. दिख रहा है?
Yes, sir.
एक tangent
Yes, sir.
और एक tangent.
हाँ, yes, sir.
एक tangent. मैं दो ही draw करूँ. If I draw more than 2, more than 3, the figure will become hazy. Can you draw a line touching the curve only at one point? Can you draw one line? Can you draw a unique line? One line touching the curve at those unique points?
No.
No, sir.
Therefore, those sharp-edged points will act as points of non-differentiability.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Can I clear this off?
Yes, sir. Complete.
Can I?
Yes, sir.
Therefore, conclusion of this discussion, 10th point. Differentiability implies continuity. Continuity may or may not be differentiable. Because if it is a smooth curve, it is differentiable, continuous function. But not continuous, not differentiable. When is a function? How do I find out the points where function not differentiable?
Look for sharp edged points in the graph.
How can you say about sharp-edged man? You can give if I give any function, can you draw the graph?
No.
Then
Sir, check for points of non-continuity.
a function
Discontinuity.
is not differentiable at x is equal to a if 1 f dash of a minus not equal to f dash of a plus. Agreed?
Yes, sir, agreed.
Agree.
2 either or both of f dash of a minus and f dash of a plus are not finite. Agreed?
Agreed, sir.
Either or both f dash of a minus and f dash of a plus does not exist. Other not continuous at a, then there is no discussion at all. That will definitely be not a point of differentiability. Now, look here. There is one more easy method. Pay attention. Check for differentiability. Every time you cannot draw graph for every function. We are not so great where every function you can just draw the graph. है ना? Let us accept.
Yes, sir.
Therefore, how do I write the function? What is f of x? Correct?
Sir, it's
Correct?
correct, sir. Correct.
What do you mean by f dash of 0 minus? 0 minus money where you are. This is what? LHD. What do you mean by 0 minus? You are in the left neighborhood of 0. Left neighborhood of 0 means less than 0 or greater than 0.
Less than 0.
Less than 0 function is defined as.
Minus x.
इसको क्या करना? Differentiate करके x equal to 0 डालना. क्या आएगा? RHD. What is right hand derivative at x is equal to 0?
X.
Your function is approaching 0 from right hand side. 0 from right hand side. First definition or second definition?
Second definition.
Second.
Second definition. How it is given as? X.
Dash.
Differentiate करके x equal to 0 डालना.
1.
Are both equal?
No.
F dash of 0 does not exist. Write this. Any doubts? Any questions? I'm waiting.
No doubts, sir.
हो गया सर.
Okay then. We shall continue tomorrow. Thank you.
Yes sir.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.